Hello, my lovely Swiss and cheddars. This is a Crochet Phone Case tutorial. I'll take a wild guess that you'd like to get to it without me upping your ear off. So, 3 quick things before we start. If you're advanced and repines, you might want to check out the comments where I wrote it all out. If you are a beginner, I try to make it as beginner friendly as possible, but keep in mind that every phone is different and you might need to do some alterations on your own. And finally, point number 3. Yeah, there's no point number 3 because I'm not an AI. Let's get started. Necessities. Yarn. Ideally thinner. Additional yarn. For the flowers. A phone case. Because gluing it on your phone wouldn't be ideal. Hot glue. Scissors. A darning needle. Optional. And a hook. Not optional. You may also use sandpaper to sand down the sides a bit so it sticks better, but a good scrubbing before should do the trick. Slip knot. A slip knot is, well, a knot with a loop. To make a slip knot, first grab the beginning of the yarn with one hand and a bit further with the other. Bring them close and put them next to each other in one hand. Poke your finger into the loop from the bottom. Make sure it's straight as well. Turn your hand around and curl. This creates an X. Poke your thumb in the same space right next to the pointing finger. Take it out. Turn. And put back in again. You are now ready to pinch the yarn. The upper yarn, that is. Pinch and pull out. And do not let it go. Tighten the knot by pulling on the longer yarn. Holding the yarn. The last thing you've got to know before actually crocheting is how to hold the yarn. There are many ways to do so, but here's how I do it. Now comes in the hook. Put it in the loop and tighten it. It should be hung in the hook, but be loose enough to be slid up and down without struggle. Put your 3 middle fingers together and slide them under the yarn. Pinky and thumb stay over the yarn. Separate the pointing finger and swing around. And that's it pretty much. Tension is everything, so it will be harder in the beginning, but you'll get used to it and just redo it every time it feels wrong. Chain. Onto the chain. To make it easier, pinch the knot very gently, just enough to not let it go. Now yarn over. Slide down. Turn left. And pull through. Repeat a few times. It will start to look like a braid or a chain of these. I can't give you an exact number of chains you should do, but try this. Make a chain as long as your phone, the short side, and undo 1. To undo, take out the hook out of the loop and pull on the yarn. I made 17, undone 1, left with 16. But on a piece of paper, write down the number you got minus 1. So in my case, 15. Single crochet. To make a single crochet, insert your hook in the second chain from the hook. While doing so, go through the chain like so, with one yarn over your hook. Yarn over, like when we were making the chain earlier, and pull out. Now you have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over again, and pull through both. Find the next chain and make a single crochet as well. Do that till the end of the row. When you're done, chain 1 and turn your work. For the second row, insert into the V's on top. Insert into the first stitch and make a single crochet. Single crochet till the end of the row. Now, if you find your work growing or shrinking, you might be off on the stitch count. Compare the numbers of stitches you have by counting the V's on top and the number you wrote down on the piece of paper. If it's off, undo a row or rows until the stitch count is the same. It might also be tension, but that just comes with practice. Chain 1, turn, repeat. Continue making the rows till it reaches the camera hole. To make the hole, single crochet normally till the camera, so around the middle. Make a chain and turn. Repeat till the end of the phone. Count the number of stitches you left out, plus the number of rows you made. Single crochets already make rows by themselves, but what looks like 1 is actually 2 rows, and we will count it as such. Add it together and chain that amount. Find the last stitch of the last full row and slip stitch to join. Start off like a single crochet, but instead of yarning over, pull 1 loop through the other. Check if it fits. Make 1 chain and cut the yarn. This is the back panel. Now onto the sides. If you have a side with no holes, no buttons, start with that one. Give the longer sides a closer look. Can you see why? That will be 2 stitch spaces. 1 and 2. Take the yarn and make a loop. You can make a slip knot if you want to. Pull through and chain 1. Into the same stitch, make 2 single crochets, aka an increase. In the second stitch space, make 1 single crochet. Make 1 single crochet in each half of the Y, like we just did, till the end of the side. In the very last stitch, make an increase also. First and last an increase, and just in the middle single crochets. The second side will start the very same, an increase and then single crochet, still the chain. Single crochet the number of skipped stitches minus 1. So I skipped 7. In my case, I will single crochet 6. Then make 2 increases in a row and single crochet all the way down. The very last stitch will also be an increase. And that's how you will start off the next side. This side also has V's, so go into those. Single crochet all the way and an increase in the very last stitch. Slip stitch into the first stitch of the first side and chain 1. This side doesn't have any buttons, so we can single crochet peacefully until we meet one. This side does. You have to decide which stitches to make and which to skip. I decided to single crochet 2, skip 2 by making 2 chains, and make 2 again, etc. When making a hole, chain the amount of stitches you want to skip. Do that for the entire case. Just single crochets everywhere unless there's a hole or a button. Slip stitch into the first stitch, chain 1, and single crochet till the first corner. In the first row, we made increases. Now we have to decrease. Find where you've made the increases and make 2 decreases in the corresponding stitches. To make a decrease, start off like a single crochet, but instead of yarning over and pulling through, I go into the next stitch, also pull out a loop. Now you have 3, yarn over and pull through all of them. You will single crochet all of the round unless it's a corner or a hole. So what to do when there's a hole? If the hole is bigger than 1 chain, then go into the chain. If the hole is just 1 chain, then go into the hole itself, not the chain. Each chain is 1 single crochet. So if the hole is like 3 chains long, then you will make 3 single crochets. Slip stitch into the first stitch, chain 1, cut the yarn. You are now left with 4 ends. You can weave them in like I did, or leave them like that to glue right on with the rest. It is almost finished. I wanted to make some flowers, but you can leave it like it is or customize it however you wish to. Either way, if you don't want the flowers, skip to this. Put your hand in front of you and put the yarn on it. Make sure the shorter end is facing you. Make a shape and swing it around. Take a hook and have a look at your hand from the top. Put the hook under the first and over the second yarn, with the hook facing down. And pull out. Gently move towards yourself when the yarn gets over the hook like so. Go back. Hook facing up, yarn over. Hook facing down, pull through. Now you can take it off. I like to hold it in my left hand, ring finger in the magic ring, pinky supporting from the bottom, middle finger and the thumb hold near the hook. Make 5 single crochets into the ring. Make sure to go under both yarns. Try to make the first stitch looser. You for sure don't want it tight. Pull the short end to close. Now I slip stitch into the first stitch, but it's a really small circle and the first stitch is always gonna be a pain, so you can just cut the yarn here and just sew it together. If it won't budge normally, I just turn the hook around and lever the first yarn with the hook part. I chained one, but it's not necessary. Insert into whichever stitch you like and attach the new yarn. Make 2 chains. Now we'll make a double crochet into the same stitch, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull out, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2 again. And that is 1 double crochet. Still in the very same stitch, we'll make a half double crochet. yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull out, yarn over, and pull through all 3 loops. Slip stitch into the next stitch. Chain 2, double crochet, half double crochet, all in one stitch, repeat. You should end up with 5 petals. Slip stitch in the first stitch to join. Fasten off. Make as many or few flowers as you want. As for the ends, just tie them together in the back, they will be glued on anyways. You can also make a half of a flower to go on the brim. For that, make a magic ring and make 3 single crochets in it. Pull to close and chain 1. Cut the yarn. Attach new yarn into the first stitch. Chain 2, double crochet, half double crochet, all in one, slip stitch into the next stitch. You know the deal. Make 3 petals total. Chain 1, fasten off. Now glue everything together. For a nice finish, make a chain as long as all of the sides and glue that on too. Now, I made it the normal way, but there's a pretty cool hack that I just saw yesterday. Again, because I knew it and I forgot it, and how could I not put it in here? It's so easy and I think you should use it. So it's basically like you make a few of the chains, then go with the hook through the first, and then just continue chaining as normal, and it won't be twisted because as you can see I have it twisted and I have to struggle to get it straight, but here you can just pull one loop through the other and that's it. Then just glue it on the case as well as the flowers and voila! And that is it, my sweet bunnies and honeys. I'll try to answer all potential questions the best I can. And thank you so very much for any and all support. Hope you enjoyed or at least survived the video. And till next time, bye!